Now, before I never was a fan of Macklemore before he stood up for Palestine, but I am now. So for those of you who don't know, Macklemore has been being asked by activists for a while to cancel his show in the UAE, the United Arab Emirates, because of the fact that the United Arab Emirates have a huge hand in genocide in Sudan. So because of that, activists have been asking him to cancel that show, and he put out this statement today on his Instagram. I am going to read the whole thing. I know. People don't watch whole TikToks, except for me. I always watch that shit all the way through, even if I have to put it on 2x speed. But this is a really good statement. So I am going to read the entire thing because I think that Macklemore deserves to be heard out, and it is a powerful message. Let's go. Over the last few months, I have had a number of people reach out to me, sharing resources and asking me to cancel the show in solidarity with the people of Sudan and boycott doing business with the UAE for the role that they are playing in the ongoing genocide and humanitarian crisis in the region. It was important for me to learn and really get a grasp on the situation. I never want to make a decision out of fear, but a measured one from the heart. It's a good line. After careful thought, numerous conversations with trusted organizers and friends, and my own reading and research, I have decided to cancel my upcoming show in Dubai in October. I don't take this decision lightly, and I think it's important to explain why. The crisis in Sudan is catastrophic. Over 10 million people have been displaced. Millions face imminent famine. Violence is widespread. And by the way, I'm going to pause there for a second. That's actually true in Sudan, okay? Not the mass essay hoaxes that the regime keeps making up that there's no evidence for. No, guys, in real life, there is rampant essay happening to Sudanese women and children. At least 150,000 lives have been lost, including thousands of children. While numerous external forces contribute to this crisis, advocates, organizers, journalists, and officials repeatedly highlight the UAE's role in funding the RSF militia as a major factor. At the end of the day, I have to ask myself, what are my intentions as an artist? The last 10 months, I have been learning what factors, motivators feed genocide and global systemic oppression. I keep getting led back to self-interest over collective interest at the root. Capitalism is the glue that holds this ideology together. True! And if I take the money, while knowing it doesn't sit right with my spirit, how am I any different than the politicians I've been actively protesting against? How can I be outraged by their lack of integrity while compromising my own? How am I different than the countries that put dollars and power over human life? For a long time, I lived in a shoulder shrug place of the world's fucked up, but I'm gonna get the bag. What difference can we individually make anyway? We have been intentionally conditioned to be apathetic on issues outside of our personal need. Yes, but the plight of the Palestinian people has woken the world up. We have seen people around the globe protesting in the millions, college encampments, and widespread information through social media that has not only documented the last 10 months of genocide, but the last 76 years of ethnic cleansing and the occupation of Palestine. Although dismantling systemic oppression might not fully happen during my lifetime, our collective analysis is evolving. That is where it starts. When we realize our individual liberation is Palestinian liberation, is Sudanese liberation, is Congolese liberation. We are being called in this moment to advocate for the most marginalized around the world, to put our own luxury and abundance aside for the collective pursuit of freedom and safety for all. What are we willing to risk in order to uproot the systems that depend on genocide for monetary gain? My decision to cancel the Dubai show comes from this place. I know that this will probably jeopardize my future shows in the area, and I truly hate letting any of my fans down. I was really excited too. But until the UAE stops arming and funding the RSF, I will not perform there. Base. I have no judgment against other artists performing in the UAE, but I do ask the question to my peers scheduled to play in Dubai. If we used our platforms to mobilize collective liberation, what could we accomplish? Ultimately, I hope this brings more awareness and conversation about the urgent humanitarian crisis in Sudan. As always, my message is love. Excellent statement. I think this is incredible. Props to him for choosing to boycott this show. I would love to think there'd be other artists that would join him on this, but I'm not going to hold my breath. And because of the fact that I'm always, reporting and talking about all the shitty things happening in the world and happening in our country, I felt like this was like a nice timeline break, to actually talk about something positive. And what he is doing, I don't care if you like his music, I don't care if you like him, by using his platform as a famous artist to take money away that the UAE would have made off his show is awesome. Anyway, if you want to donate to Sudan, you can by going to places like Doctors Without Borders. If you want to go somewhere more direct, you can go to the Sudanese Relief Fund. Or, in case you did not know, Operation Olive Branch does not just do incredible work for the people of Palestine. They are also working with people in Congo and Sudan. So if you go to the Operation Olive Branch spreadsheet, the same one that you've been using to help families in Gaza, they have a tab for Sudan. Free Palestine, free Sudan, free Congo, free Haiti, and free the United States from the occupation of the American mind.